Yeah, it's Pancho, and let's jump into today's new music releases. It's a light week of music drops, which is perfect because there's actually information I want to add here about my docu-series, and I don't want to make it a long video. So let's get right into it with the singles first, and the albums, mixtape, EPs, and all that. First single release of the night goes to Big X the Plug featuring Rosama, Murder Gang PB, and Young Hood called 6WA. After a few months, we got a new record by Lil Tyler called Kobe, Peter Sincati featuring I Am Sue, Golden. This next one goes to one of my favorite singing artists in present times, the amazing Naomi Sharon. Uploaded Miss That. Half a Ray Shremmer, Swae Lee, posted Flammable. And personally, this is a banger to me. If you're actually around me all summer, this is most likely going to come up like a few times. So just a heads up, I love this record right here. Then we got Silent Addy featuring Rema, Skilly Bang, Disco Neal, and Bashment, Ballerina. Jello is back here again with a new record called Backyard. D2K featuring 2 Chainz, I Tried. This next artist is one I never thought I would actually be saying, which is kind of wild to me. The iconic Vibes Cartel has a new record out with Young Brother called Clock That. Tory Lanez drops a 2-pack. First one is called Voices from the last Lost Tapes 2021, and the second is called Count Up the Bands from his Lost Tapes 2019. Juvenile kind of came out the blue with a new track here. Personally, not an artist I would have picked, but he ends up doing a new record with Megan Thee Stallion called BBB. Joyner Lucas featuring Kodak Black, Enemies. Fabio Foreign featuring Gino Montana, HWE Part 3, Hottest Winter Ever Part 3. Then tonight's headlining single is by YEAT and SDK called Made It On Our Own, and they also actually did a music video in Drake's mansion, and there's like a little sneak peek of possibly a new Drake record with YEAT at the end. So check that out if you haven't. I'm actually really curious about that. Next, we have some album releases tonight as well, and here's some of them that actually stood out to me, okay? So Sakoma, Big Country. There's actually a few features on here with Fago. It holds 15 songs lasting 32 minutes long. Next is Vaughn off 1700. He came out with Forever Tossin' for the Gang. It has 20 tracks, rounding out to a 44-minute long project. Then Babytron, again, he keeps releasing music nonstop. That is one artist that actually I definitely can't say that you can't stop from today's current generation of artists releasing music, because this dude is releasing all the time. He uploaded a new album again here. This time there's 17 records on it with a duration of a 14-minute long album, and there's a few features on here from BLP Kusher. Oh gosh, I can't even talk today. BLP Kosher, 1900 Rugrat, and more. Following that is Chase B with Be Very Afraid Volume 1. There's an insane amount of features on here like Big Sean, Sheck West, Doug F, Swae Lee, and more. And side note, Swae Lee actually pops up twice this week now that I just noticed that. This album contains 13 songs lasting about 37 minutes long. And last but not least, the standout album of the week goes to Lil Yachty and his collective, The Concrete Boys. It's Us, Volume 2. I skimmed through it briefly and it sounds fire to me, honestly. It's different and unique in Lil Yachty's own way, and the last one aged pretty well. Actually, I still listen to it even though it came out 2-3 years ago ish, somewhere around there. I think this one is going to age well on its own as well, so we'll see, of course, in due time. And in here is 17 bangers holding out to 55-minute long project. Now here's the snippet to my first episode of my docu-series. Before becoming a multi-billion-dollar industry, before being incorporated into historical moments,
but I was feeling some kind of way following Eminem. I noticed my palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy.
Before it continuously found new ways to transcend the airwaves, before its cultural influence across the globe becoming recognized by the United Nations as a culture and community, before being targeted by some of the top politicians, before its communities gathered together and shared good times, before its origins in the Bronx, New York. Hip-hop musically and culturally has a deep origin story that stretches back hundreds of years. This is the origins of hip-hop and rap docu-series. I am so excited for this! I'm so excited. So the video audio is complete. As you see here, it's a little over 12 minutes long. The hurdle I'm facing at the moment, of course, can be obvious when you're having like some old project, like doing old work on old stuff, is the resources. So there's over 250 tabs on my phone of just me constantly looking things up, like double checking, triple checking everything. So I need to get all that in order. Then there's the links to other websites I have in some of my notepads, and like things are kind of like all over the place. So that's currently where I'm at right now. And I ain't gonna lie, this got to be the hardest I ever done. So there's so many clips and pieces of knowledge that's like able to be used and found. And then there's things that I kind of got to double check, triple check. Again, like I said, so very minimal visuals is kind of more or less what I'm going, sadly going through here. And there's many clips and pieces, like I said. So, oh, gosh, I'm sorry, my mind's all over the place here. It's actually really interesting because like from the 1950s and up, you can find so many visuals, so many different things. Whereas I'm starting from like the 1300s. So please understand that it's going to be a little bit of a slow build up, of course, because like this is taking a lot of time. And there's also like a lot of, it's really interesting because like when I was making the video, there wasn't much, but until Bad Bunny really started coming up into like, you know, the whole Super Bowl, and there's just like a whole bunch of history then being posted and thrown out. So in a way, low-key, I do feel like I am ahead of my time, but thank God that some of this stuff is being posted now because it talks about different aspects of like the whole Taino culture. And I don't want to say too much, but yeah, so that's that. I'm gonna end it here. And we'll see. I don't want to say too much because I feel like I'm blabbering right now. So let me just end it here. If you could like this video, share it with everyone you know, and please subscribe to the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. Shout out to Fat Joe. Soy Pancho y ya.